Namaskaram. Namaskaram. We have been talking about the the human life and how the human life has upgraded itself over centuries. In the world of the external world, man has achieved an unimaginable peaks as far as science and technology is concerned. In all the fields, the quest for refinement, the quest for achieving the supreme levels has gone on, and scientists and technologists have achieved innumerable things which has made the life of a human being as luxurious as possible during the present generation. This is unequaled, it is unparalleled as far as any generation is concerned. An unparalleled achievement which has given loads of comfort and luxury for the man, for the human beings in the external world. The longevity has increased, the approach has improved, and the IQ levels of the children also have improved quite a lot. A man as simple as he was in the previous centuries has become more complex now. Very complex, because the complexity is multiplied because of the various factors and various fields in today's day-to-day life. Just for example, we can't imagine some 100 or 200 years back, there was a field called visual communication. It was not there. There were no equipments. And it started with a small box to catch a black and white image. That's all. But today, compare it with that small box which created those black and white images, and today's visual communication. We have gone somewhere. So, an extension of this is a particular field, extend it in the various spheres of life, it becomes more and more complex as far as the individual is concerned. It is highly impossible for anybody to be a master of all the fields, or even to be a jack of all the fields. Why master? Even it is difficult to be a jack of all the fields, because each field has become more and more special, more and more authentic, and more advanced. So it is just impossible. So that is why we live in a world of complexities, and it is better to live as simple as possible, because if we take up all together, we will become more, or we will become mad. There is no other way about it. So just leave the technicalities and specialities to those people who are experts in those particular field, and let us live the life of simplicity, but at the same time enjoy all the luxuries and comforts which the present advancement of science and technology which gives it to us. Now this is as far as the external world is concerned. But what about the inner world? What about the inner world? Is there any improvement? We have already seen many times that the inner world has not improved at all. We live with the same amount of negative emotions as we were living about centuries back. The same negative emotions are still dominant, still are overpowering, they still I'm sorry. Still we are overpowered and still we are slaves. We are slaves. Despite our intellect and knowledge, we are still slaves to the negative emotions. So that doesn't speak well of us. That doesn't speak well of us. A man of intellect and extreme knowledge, how can he be still a servant or a slave to his own inner world, to his inner emotions? Why has he forgotten to overcome those emotions and to be a man of peace and joy? That alone can be a matter of advancement as far as the inner world is concerned, but it has not taken place, isn't it? It has not taken place. So there is absolutely no growth, zero growth. I will say it is a zero growth, or even I would go to the extent of saying it's a negative growth, because the violence, the anger and the violence, the jealousy, the cunningness have all grown more than 300 to 500% over the previous centuries. It is visible right in front of us. It is visible. I am not making up any figures. It is visible. So we have forgotten to upgrade ourselves as far as our inner world is concerned. What is an upgrade? What is an upgrade? An upgrade is one which makes things more simpler and easier to handle and to get a better result than the previous one. You achieve a better result than the previous one which was being offered earlier. That is an upgrade. Any technology, that is an upgrade. Now take for instance the field of computers. We have both in the hardware as well as software, upgrades are there. Upgrades have been taking place. It was earlier 2x, it is now 100x. The software which was earlier performing a certain predetermined functions now handles the entire globe. A global commercial operation. It is possible now. So that being the case, the upgrades are essential. I am really sorry. I had a severe cold as such. Because of that, it is happening. I am very sorry. Very sorry. So the upgrades are, giving a better quality, a better output, and a better result. In the external world, it is happening. Now, in the inner world, why it is not happening? Because man has been destined to be an upgrade. You see, compared to all the living beings, man has been given an option of getting himself upgraded in the inner world. In the inner world. He has done in the outer world because of the freedom given to him, because of the capacity to think and go about. The thinking capacity has been given to man, so he used his thinking and got better results in the outer world. He got the results in the outer world. But what about the inner? The same thing applies in the inner world also. He should have had the opportunity to improve the inner world, and so that instead of negative emotions, those emotions get turned into positive emotions, and which is nothing but love and joy, love and peace. Isn't it? That is an upgrade. Here you have anger, you have jealousy, you have vengeance, you have lust, sex, sexual power, fear, all these things, all these negative emotions are on the one side. If there is an upgrade, all these things should be banished gradually, and you come back into the original positive thinking or positive emotions like peace and love. That alone is an upgrade, but that has not happened. While the upgrades all over the world in the external world is being enjoyed and commercially utilized, lived, loved by the people all over the world, all the people in the world are enjoying the benefits of the upgrades in the outer world, but nobody is able to enjoy the benefits of inner upgrade because there are no upgrades available on a large scale. There is no upgrade available. At least available in the sense he is not being told. That people are not being told that like you have upgraded yourself in the external world, there are possibilities of upgrading your inner. That is not being told. Instead, people are being kept in darkness, semi-darkness. They are kept in darkness because they do not know how to go about to upgrade the inner world. Except a few people who have got the liberty and freedom to come out of this darkness and try to find out what is how to upgrade a particular man by himself. How can I upgrade myself in the inner world? Very few people have done that, and of course they have been receiving guidance from various masters, jnanis, rishis. They have shown the path, but because they are pushed to the background, because the teachings are not made available universally for all the people, all the children, all the students, now they are pushed to the background, and people do not know that there exists a possibility of having an upgrade in the inner world. They are completely kept in dark. They are completely kept in dark about the upgrade in the inner world. All the animals, all the plants, trees, and all that, they live in with a predetermined software, a preloaded software of version 1 only. There is no upgrade at all. They live for centuries. They have lived like that only. There is no upgrade at all. But here you have a possibility of upgrade. You have a possibility of upgrade if you provided you go about it. Provided you go in search. You go in search. And the human being, as he comes into the world, it is only a beta version. It's a beta version. But that version has to be designed into a product. Version 1. And again it has to be upgraded to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. That upgrade is possible, that option is open, that avenue is open, and you are given the freedom to choose it, but you are not done. But we have not done. That is why a master, a mystic by name Gurudev of Armenian origin, he has defined man into 7 categories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can take it as versions, 7 versions. A man, a basic man as a beta version. Then the second type is a man who knows he has got a mind, a body, and a soul. The third version, the man is a man who knows the functions of these 3 and allows them to continue as they are without any interruption or without any interruption from him. The fourth type, he is a man who understands, who has realized that all these 3 things, functions, are totally different and none of them belong to them. None of them belong to what is called as a I. He doesn't have a notion of I at all. He is the fourth type. And the fifth and sixth are jnanis, who have transcended the human level and are living in a world of their own, which is nothing but love and peace. Love and peace, nothing else. They are the people who spread the message of love and peace to all the people, to whomsoever who come to them in search of love and peace, and live a life of joy and bliss. The 5 and 6. And the seventh type of man, Gurudev says it is not possible to describe him at all in words. You can't describe him in words. Like a Buddha, like a Lao Tzu, like a Jesus, they can't be described by words. You do not know how to describe them in words, because the level at which they are there is totally different, entirely different. It is beyond human comprehension. So how can you describe? You can't describe it. But other people, you can say, this man is an angry man, this man is after lust, this man is full of jealousy, this man is cunning. All these descriptions are given for normal human people, but people who are aware of themselves, people who have realized, they cannot be described. They cannot be described. So that's how the versions are there in the human structure. It can be done. And human beings are the only living being who, who have got the capacity and strength to upgrade themselves to a divine level, to a level of divinity. They are the only people who can do that. There is no other living being in the world who has been given that particular right, particular liberty, particular strength to do that, to raise himself from a level of humanity to a level of divinity. That is upgrade. That is a real upgrade. Because if we have the upgrade among ourselves, the entire society will live in peace and love and harmony and joy and bliss. Nothing else is possible there. If that sort of upgrade is available in a society, that means the people in a particular society have upgraded themselves to that level. That society will live a life of happiness and joy and bliss and a peace. There will not be any conflict. There will not be any need for any even a legal system, because people live in harmony. So can we obtain that upgrade? Let's think it over. Thank you.